What's up everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos, and in this video we're going over the schedule grid and notable free agents, so a little bit of everything you need to know for this upcoming week, week 9. So first up we're going to go over the schedule, and currently there's no postponed games as of yet for week 9. So things of note would be Dallas only plays twice this week. Now, even though they only play twice, it's on pretty good days on Tuesday and Thursday, I believe it is. It might be Friday, it's not Wednesday. So that's a positive. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday and Thursday. Teams that played 3 times this week include Charlotte, Cleveland, Indiana, the Lakers, Orlando, Phoenix, Portland, San Antonio, Utah, and Washington. All remaining teams play 4 times this week, so we got a lot of basketball this week. A lot of good basketball for me. A lot of my teams are playing 4 times this week, so I'm excited about that. I have a big matchup this week, so its schedule will hopefully be my favorite this upcoming week. All right, so we have a very balanced schedule this week. So running down the days, Monday we have 7 games, Tuesday we have 7 games, Wednesday we have 12 games, Thursday we have only 3 games, Friday we have 10 games, Saturday we have 7 games, and Sunday we have 8 games. So Wednesday and Friday are likely going to be your full roster days, as Wednesday has 12 games, Friday has 10 games. So Wednesday is definitely going to be full for you. Friday, you may have one available spot, but it's unlikely. So Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be not completely full roster days, but they're going to be close to. You should be able to add people on those days. But on the off chance you do have someone like a full roster that day, that's just unlucky for you, because this looks like a very good schedule this week. And then Thursday, you may have no players at all, as there's just 3 games, just like me. I don't have any players playing on Thursday, so it kind of sucks. But it'll give me a nice little break away from basketball for a day, and then I'll come back in, Friday. So the best time to double down would be Monday and Tuesday's games, or Saturdays and Sunday games. All right, so to talk about more about the double down, so we're going to go over the teams. So Monday and Tuesday, it's just Brooklyn, guys. Only Brooklyn. Tuesday and Wednesday, though, we have Boston, Denver, Detroit, Memphis, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, and San Antonio. So a lot of back-to-backs that you can get there. But it probably won't be that great, because Wednesday you have a ton of games. So, I mean, I'm putting it in here, but you probably don't really want to use a Tuesday, Wednesday double down. And same thing with Wednesday to Thursday, which only has Miami, because, again, Wednesday has 12 games being played. Thursday and Friday, though, where Friday you may have an extra additional open spot to play someone, you can select from Milwaukee or Toronto. Now, Friday to Saturday, which would also be a pretty good double down opportunity, if you don't have a full roster on Friday, you go with Charlotte, Chicago, Golden State, Houston, Memphis, and Phoenix. And the back-to-backs for this upcoming weekend include the Knicks and the Kings. So the best schedules this week, I'm kind of adding this. I haven't done this yet, but this caught my eye. Brooklyn has a really good schedule this week. They play 4 times. They play Monday, Tuesday, so the back-to-back to begin the week. Then they skip over Wednesday, which would be full, and then they play Thursday, which has 7 games. They skip Friday again, and Saturday for that matter, but Friday is the important one because that has 10 games, and then they don't play again until Sunday. So if you pick up someone off of Brooklyn this week, odds are you're going to be able to play them all 4 times this week. Or maybe you just want to play them Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and get your fill, and then move on to a different free agent for Friday, and then for Saturday, and then for Sunday. There's a lot of scenarios you could play with in that regard. And the second team would be Sacramento, as they play Monday. They skip Tuesday, which isn't a big deal, but then they also skip Wednesday, which is 12 games, which is good. They played Thursday, which only has 3 games, which is also very good. Then they skip Friday, which has 10 games, so odds are you have a full roster that day. But then they play the weekend back-to-back, so they play Saturday and Sunday, where you're likely going to be able to plug in a player for both games for those 2 days. Alright guys, before we go on, please remember, hit the like button if you found this information useful, and make sure you subscribe, as I'm going to be dropping more fantasy basketball videos all season long. All right, so moving on to the hottest free agents, at least in my mind, some are actually hot. Others, I'm going to try and convince you on why they should be hot. So first up we have is Hamidou Diallo. So he's at 42% and he's plus 26% over last week. The reason why he's so high is because he's getting all the minutes in the world. He's getting like 37 to 40 minutes a game basically, and because the reason why he's getting all these minutes is because Shea is out for the foreseeable future, and Maladin is currently out because of COVID protocols. So until further notice, he would be a great pickup until one of them comes back, and even then, I can't see him not playing over 20 minutes a night. So he may be a good roster player or a streamer option for this entire week. I don't know when Shea's coming back, and honestly, I don't even know when Maladin's coming back. So he might even be able to be a good play for future weeks as well. All right, next up we have Kevin Love at 41%. Now he's negative 1%. So the reason why I have him on my list is because it appears like he's going to be playing this week. It's not guaranteed, but you want to pick up, like especially if your team is winning, you want to pick up that free agent before he starts playing, even if it costs you a little bit, even if it costs you this week. Like if you're 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, whatever, what is it? Through 8 weeks, so 7-1, 8-0, 7-1, 6-2, hell, even 5-3, and you feel like you can afford to have Kevin Love, someone like a wasted roster spot on your roster for a week or so. If you feel like you can pick up Kevin Love and do something like that, where the potential to add Love is high, like we don't know what Love's gonna do. But if you can be patient with him, he may be able to perform well enough where he earns a roster spot on your team. And those are the types of players I look for when I'm playing my league. Now, I'm first in my division, and my division's different. We have 8 playoff spots, so it's a different league than most leagues because we do 10 teams, 8 playoffs. So we can take weeks where we can do something like that and give up some wins in order to pick up players that can help us down the line. And Kevin Love can most certainly do that, especially with Nance out for the foreseeable future. I feel like Kevin Love would be a great play in that regard. All right, next up we have Carmelo Anthony at 41%, and he's plus 7%. He's just been playing really well lately, good for points, and he's just filling up the stat sheet just a little bit. So good streamer option in that regard. Next up we have is DeAndre Jordan. He's at 40%. Now he's minus 4% over the last week. And I think a lot of that had to do with he took a personal game off. I don't know. We don't know why he was off on Saturday, but it wasn't injury related. And Brooklyn has a great schedule this week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday or Sunday, one of those 2 days. I'm pretty sure it's Sunday. Great schedule. You definitely, if you can afford to pick him up, it'd be great for rebounds and good for defense, mainly blocks. You got to watch out for the free throws, but even still, I still like the opportunity to get the rebounds and the blocks, if that's what you're looking for. Next up we have is Josh Jackson at 30%. Now he's skyrocketing. He's plus 20%. That's really good. He's finally starting to come back to pre-injury Josh Jackson. And if this trend continues, he could be a main staple for your team for the rest of the season, as long as he stays healthy. Next up on my list is TJ McConnell. He's at 27%, plus 11% over the last week. I personally picked him up, and I really like what I've been getting from him. So he's a really interesting player. So he's gonna hurt in free throws if he does shoot them. He shoots such a small amount, but he will hurt you in that regard. As he went 0 for 2 in this week's games. But I love what he's doing. He's even getting you some points, which I don't need points, so I don't really care about that. But he's shooting the ball effectively, so his field goal percentage isn't going to kill you. But what he's done for me this week is solid rebounds for a point guard, very good assist. He's killing it in steals, and he got me 2 blocks in his last game. Like, what's there not to like about TJ right now? And I don't see why this trend would stop. I don't like Brogdon's healthy right now, and I know LeVert. He has the kidney cancer, so we don't know when he's going to come back. So who's to say this isn't going to be a main trend for the for future weeks. Excuse me. So next up on my list is Daniel Dice. So he's at 24%. He's +3 over last week. And I like him because he just fills up the stat sheet. He's going to give you a little bit of everything, mainly a double-double, like 10 points, 10 rebounds, something around there. And he's going to get you maybe a steal, maybe a block, maybe both. And he's just a good player. I like him. And he gives you threes, too. He shoots threes. He makes threes. I like him. I don't know why he's not rostered in more leagues, even as just a streamer option. Next up on my list is Derek White at 22%. Now he's a negative -2 change over last week. I don't understand why. Okay, look, he's not playing the greatest basketball right now. But remember, this is basically the start of his season now. Remember how poor the NBA was beginning of the season. Well, he's, in the first 2 or 3 weeks, go back to, remember how many blowouts there were? It's because people weren't used to playing basketball. Well, Derek White is in that kind of conditioning stage at his level right now. So when you had Derek White on your roster, there was no reason to drop him. Like, he has to warm up. He has to get his gaming conditioning back under him. He wasn't going to be able to do that until he got cleared. And he did have some stinkers, but he also has some pretty good games, and I still like him, especially because he'll give you a decent amount of assists, solid amount of points, not the greatest amount of points, but solid amount of points so far. But he gives you a lot in the defensive categories, and that's why I like him. Not only that, his minutes are just going to keep going up and up. So I don't know, the 2% of people that dropped him, I don't understand that mindset unless you're losing and you need to win now. It's the only way I would give up Derek White, especially after if you have an IR slot, especially if you have him on your IR slot for, 6-7 weeks of the season. There's no reason to give up on him this early in the season. Next up on my list is Jacob P., the center from San Antonio. Now, I probably don't even have to sell you guys on him. He's 20%, +8 over last week. He put up a monster game in his last game. I forget who it was against. It was the Hawks. It was something like 13 points, 14 rebounds, like 4 steals and 2 blocks, a couple of assists. What's there not to love about that? LaMarcus Aldridge is out, and we don't know when he's coming back yet. At least I don't. Maybe news broke on him, but I haven't seen anything lately on LaMarcus Aldridge. So until he comes back, it's Jacob's team. Like, it's his minutes. He's gonna eat. He is going to eat. And who's to say he doesn't maintain this role moving forward? Like, LaMarcus Aldridge he's getting old. He's not playing well. He's very inconsistent. Pop might just be like, oh, hey, give him an opportunity to start and have LaMarcus Aldridge come off the bench. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it can happen. Next up we have is Nerlens Noel. He's at 15% and he's +11. The reason why he's +11, because Mitchell Robinson fractured his hand. He's out 4 to 6 weeks, and Nerlens Noel does the same thing as Mitchell Robinson does, and he was drafted in the 5th or 6th round. So basically, he's going to kill you in free throw percentage, but he's going to give you rebounds. He's going to give you strong steals and strong blocks, strong defensive categories. So very good option streaming for the foreseeable weeks to come. Next up on my list is Doug McDermott, who's at 14%, and he's +3 over last week. And he's just shooting the ball very well right now, and he's adding a little bit of everything to his game, like a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists, maybe even a block or a steal. And last player on my list is Dario Saric. He's only at 4% right now, and he's +2 over last week. He finally came back from, I think it was COVID protocol, but I don't know what it was before then. But he hasn't played at all this season, and maybe he played like 1 game. I'm not 100% sure on that. But regardless, he just came back. He played 20 minutes in his first game back. He's probably going to get more minutes to, as he gets more his conditioning and his leg underneath him. And he put up a monster game against the Sixers, like monster for 20 minutes, like 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, I believe it was. So, that's a monster game for someone who only had 20 minutes, in my opinion. All right, and 2 players I have on Don't Believe the Hype. First is Saddiq Bey. He's a rookie. He had 1 amazing game. It was amazing. It was an amazing game. He's 7 for 7 from 3. Didn't really miss too many shots. Had 30 points. It was awesome. But he's a rookie. He just had 1 good game. Don't buy the hype. Second player I have is Anthony Edwards. He has a high usage, and it's only for points though. Like he doesn't do anything for you. Okay, he's been shooting the ball a bit better lately, but outside of points, he doesn't really help you in any category. So unless you're looking for a streamer option where you need points, stay away from him. There's no reason to have him. All right. And now my double down free agent list. So for Monday and Tuesday, I like Joe Harris, TLC, Jeff Green, and DeAndre Jordan, all Brooklyn teams. Brooklyn's the only back-to-back games. Um, all right, so I skipped over Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday back-to-backs because Wednesday you're probably a full roster. I mean, you should be. You have to be. It's like 12 games. Like if you're not, there's maybe you don't have a full roster yourself. I don't know, but I can't see you not having full roster for Wednesday. So it's kind of pointless to do Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday to Thursday. So we're moving on to Thursday to Friday. We have the streamer options I like are Dante, Brooke Lopez, DJ Augustine, who he's getting minutes. Someone's hurt in front of him. I can't even remember how I saw him. I accidentally found him, but look him up. He's getting minutes. He's getting playing time. I actually really like him this week. And then also I have Aaron. Oh, maybe it's. Oh, you know what? I think DJ Augustine's getting Drew Holiday's minutes. That's what it is. So until Drew comes back, which he has COVID, so he's not coming back this week. It'll be next week at the very earliest. So DJ Augustine's a good streamer option in that regard. And then I also have Aaron Baines just in case you need some like a double threat who may be able to get you a little bit in the defensive categories, mainly blocks. All right, so for Friday and Saturday's games, I like Miles Bridges, Tomas Satoransky, who's getting more and more minutes as the season goes on. He came back late due to COVID protocols, and now he's getting an uptick in minutes. Gotta like that. Bad news for Kobe White owners, but really good if you pick up Satoransky and you took a chance on him. It looks like he's going to keep improving. I like Garrett Temple. Garrett Temple is on the Bulls, and I like him because Otto Porter Jr.'s out. They have Thad Young, but they also have Markkanen out, and they have Wendell Carter Jr. is also out. So Garrett Temple is picking up some minutes there. I kind of like Juan Toscano Anderson if you don't like any of the other guys. Again, he's probably like a nice little double-double potential type of player in points and rebounds and maybe some defense. I just know a lot of people are high on him, so I added him to this list because you know he's going to play back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday. Next up, I have is Tyus Jones, and I also like Jay Crowder and Sarge. And for my weekend back-to-back Saturday to Sunday, I like Nerlens Noel. Now he should just be picked up no matter what at this point to see what he can do for you. He's going to be a streamer option. Then I like Emmanuel Quickly, who's still getting a decent amount of minutes and putting up decent amount of productivity. And then I like, okay, I cannot pronounce this guy's name, and I don't know why he wasn't getting minutes on the Kings, but now he is all of a sudden. I don't know what changed on the Kings, but this guy is the forward for the Sacramento Kings. I'm going to say Nemanja Bjelica, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I probably butchered that really bad. But he's starting to get minutes, and if this trend continues, I like him for the long haul. And I'm a Sixers fan, and there's kind of rumors that the Sixers are eyeing to trade for him. And if that's the case, he's going to get minutes in Philadelphia. So there's high potential in this player. And then last on my list is Hassan Whiteside. If he could just get like 20 minutes a game, I'd be fine with him for a streamer, or maybe even like the last player on my roster. And he's basically been getting that. So even if he doesn't necessarily get that, playing a back-to-back Saturday, Sunday, he should still be able to get you rebounds, maybe some steals, but mainly rebounds and blocks. Maybe some steals, maybe some points, you know. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and remember, hit the like button if you found this information informative or helpful, and make sure you subscribe to my channel as I'm going to be dropping more fantasy basketball content all season long. That's all I got for you. Thank you guys for watching.